Well, hi everybody. So today I'm going to be having a look at two mods for Microsoft Flight Simulator. The first one is going to be Got Friends 40th Anniversary Expansion Pack. The second one is going to be Duckwork's DC-3 Improvement Mod. Both of these are free, and you can download them from flightsim.to. So let's go ahead and get started here and run through both of them. As far as the Got Friends Expansion Pack goes, probably the most obvious thing by now is the Beaver gets the addition of bush tires. This is its own variant. It is not something that you enable or disable on the wheeled version. However, the wheeled version does get the addition of snow skis. What other kind of skis are there? This is something that you're going to activate from the tablet. And when they are activated, you get something that's called custom snow physics. I'm not entirely sure what that is, but when the skis are activated, so is that. The other little bonus that you kind of get with the Beaver is going to be that you have the ability now to hide or show the tablet, so you don't have to have it in the cockpit all the time. As for the DC-3, Got Friends has added a pontoon variant to it. Along with that, you're going to get a custom flight model, weight limits, drag limits, and a couple other things. Now, in terms of the differences between Got Friends' version and the default version, I did not notice that much of a difference, with the exception of maybe a slight increase to the roll rate. But take my opinion for what it is, go check it out for yourself, because it is certainly a lot of fun to fly. The last addition from the Got Friends expansion pack is going to be a few visual effects. The floats are going to kick up some water now. It's sort of an improved water effect. The startup is going to have a new smoke effect as well. Both of these apply to the Beaver and the DC-3. I will say that I did like how they structured the mods in this one, at least in terms of the folder structure. Each one of these things is sort of its own self-contained mod, so the DC-3, the Beaver, and the visual effects are all separated in their own folder, so you can just install what you want to install. And this might be one to keep an eye on, because the next expansion apparently is going to be a jet-assisted takeoff variant of the DC-3. Alrighty, well, Duckwork's DC-3 Improvement mod is actually quite nice. If you haven't been enjoying the DC-3's flight characteristics so far, you might want to have a look at this one. Probably aren't going to pop off the runway at about 65 miles an hour. It's a much smoother takeoff and landing. Once you get in the air, it feels a little bit lighter. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about that. I didn't really mind this sort of weighty feel to the DC-3 once it was in the air. It's still pretty sluggish in its controls, but that's not really a complaint for me or anything like that. The only thing that I think might be a little bit off is they seem to have reduced the overall cruising, like top speed and cruising speed. Cruising speed seems to be somewhere around like 165, 160 maybe. And from what I know about the DC-3s, it's closer to 200, so I'm not sure why they reduced it that much. They did sort of tweak some of the engine parameters and fuel consumption and a few other things as well. The default camera angle or camera position has been changed so it's a little bit easier to read the gauges and everything like that. They toned down the volume for the fuel pumps, and if you have been flying the enhanced version of the DC-3, they did fix the auxiliary fuel pumps so that it does work. There are a few other things they did. I'm not going to go through everything that they kind of changed, but either way, if you haven't been enjoying the DC-3 that much, might want to have a look at this mod. Well, one last thing before I sign off here. There is a bit of a disclaimer on Got Friends' expansion pack page, which has to do with the compatibility between their expansion and other improvement mods. They basically say that they've done their best to make sure that it doesn't really cause a conflict with anything. I did not run into a problem with it. However, this is Microsoft Flight Simulator, so my experience may not be indicative of yours, but at least from what I've done, it hasn't caused a problem with anything. I have had both of them running in the community folder and I haven't had any problems with it. Either way, these things are worth it, at least a look. They are free to download from flightsim.to. And that's pretty much it for today, guys. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.